Hey, plumbing bros. Welcome to Potty Talk Live, where we take it into the trenches, the crawl spaces, basements, kitchens, and baths, all around this big, beautiful world of ours to talk to plumbing professionals just like you. Hey there, I'm Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber, coming at you live from Command Central here in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana, USA, where we're having a great day. How about you? Hey, we got a cool cat. We got a cool cat all the way across the pond. That's kind of American talk here. Across the pond with our cousins over in the UK. All right, that's the United Kingdom for my southern Indiana brothers. All right, there we go. We got a little map there. This guy is a cool cat here. He's one of us, a plumber. Been around the block a lot, and he's an inventor too. He's created something. He solved the problem. The fluctuator. There we go. It's easy for me to say. The lovely Laura. All right, the lovely Laura's in the house right over here. She caught me. She said that's easy for me to say. Fluctuator. All right, but hey, this guy's cool. I've been looking forward to talking with this cat. You know, hey, this is all the way from the UK here. All right, a plumber, one of us. Okay, we're gonna find out. We're gonna hear his story, how he got into plumbing, and of course, what was his aha moment? How did he come up with the fluctuator? And it's a whole nother thing. Getting that thing made, taken care of, and built, and then being marketed. So, and it's a cool thing. So we're gonna find all about that here, and we'll have him on in just a moment here. Hey, but I got something for you guys here. All right, if I'm talking to my brothers out there that you got a plumbing license, a plumbing truck, and a plumbing dream. All right, your plumbing dream to take over. You're part of the plumbing world, but there's some things you got to know. I want you to go for it. Go for it. You gotta go for it. But you got to know some things. There's 7 must-knows to be $1 million plumber. 7 must-knows to be $1 million plumber. You got to know these business principles. You know a whole lot about plumbing. It's about business. All right, business principles here. You got to know these things, or you're going to crash and burn. All right, is this your big brother here being up front with you, honest? Just reality there, but you got to know these things. And I made it very easy for you. I put it in my e-booklet here, and so it's easy to get, and it's easy to purchase because it's free. All right, free. All right, there's no risk, man. There's no risk. It's free. Simply type FREE in the comments, and we'll get it right out to you. All right, love to get that in your hands. You got to have it. So there we have it. Hey, let's bring our cool cat on. We got Dom Fowles. All right, he's a plumber and inventor of the fluctuator from Chelmsford, Essex, United Kingdom. All right, did I get it right there? Did I get it right, Dom?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Hi, guys. Nice to see everybody.
Hey, thanks, Dom. Been looking forward to having you on the program. Man, you ready to rock Potty Talk Live?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's do it. All right, mate. All right. Hey, we're going to get into the plumbing. Okay, we're going to talk plumbing, and we're going to talk fluctuator. But tell us a little bit something about yourself that you like to do. When you're not plumbing. Well, of course, I don't know if you're still plumbing or around that, but like we just had. We were just talking before we started here, and we had the World Cup here, and we just England had just kind of a disappointment. Are you a football fan?
I'm a football fan, and it was a disappointment. But Harry Kane, who's a Tottenham player, he got the golden boot, so that's good enough.
There we go. Okay. All right. See, you found the silver lining in every rain cloud there. Good
That's great.
All right. Well, good. Well, let's get into plumbing here. So we're going to talk fluctuator, but how did you get into plumbing? I mean, you're one of us. You've been a plumber, so how'd you get into plumbing?
I mean, my family was plumbers anyway. My brother-in-law was big into plumbing. And then you leave school, and I tried different jobs. I went into the printing side of it and a little bit of truck driving. And then, I wanted a career that I could sort of carry on for the rest of my life. So that's when it started with the plumbing side of it. And in the end, it was the company, which was bathroom installation, kitchen installation, and boiler installation, servicing, right across the board. So that's how it initially started. And it's been up to about 3 years ago since I've come off the tools due to obviously a health condition. But, plumb, that's all we've been doing.
There we go. So you've seen a lot then. So what was your, what part of the plumbing? So you doing bath installations, kitchen installations. You said boiler work. What was your expertise? What did you enjoy doing and were good at?
To be honest, I like the bathroom and kitchen side of it. I like to see the finished article, lovely bathroom, lovely tiling, and then on the so any part of that really, so that when you finish a job, there's a big sort of room that you're looking at, and you've done from start to finish. So that side of plumbing was my side, which gave me the joy out of it. And I also had my nephew on board, and he used to like doing the installations, i.e. the boilers and the rads and all the pipe work. So we worked great as a team.
All right, so had a good team. I can see that. I get that because you're an inventor, so that artistic side, which we see a lot about with plumbers. Plumbers don't necessarily realize we're building this stuff and we think it with our hands, but we really are creating artwork. You know, when you're doing that finished plumbing, you know, the kitchen baths, and you know, it may sound a little, I don't know, a little silly, but it looks pretty. You know, I always liked it. You know, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean, it's like painting a picture. You start with nothing, and then when it's done, you just look back and you think, yeah, you know, a fantastic job. So I took pride in that side of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that, right? I did that. It looks good. So tell us something about, you know, working with kitchens and baths and doing that kind of finish work like that. Just give us a little, I call it nuggets of gold. What would be a nugget of gold that you could pass on to maybe the guys that don't work so much with that kind of stuff, or even us older guys, just to remind us, you know, about something about doing that kind of work?
I mean, my nugget of gold there was levels. You know, I was a stickler for levels, so that when you look at a kitchen, it's level. When you look at your worktop, it was level. Everything running level to me was perfect. And the same with a bathroom. You know, the bath, the sink, the toilet, I've planned leveling like you wouldn't believe.
There we go. Right. That's part of the eye does pick that up, even with people don't even know what they're looking at. If things are a little off level, they'll pick that up, and it just doesn't feel right.
Correct.
Right. And
no, that's it. It's got to be right. Yeah.
That's a huge nugget of gold that Dom just threw down there, because that's that thing that's that professionalism and that value. So when we're charging what we're charging, you know, that's that value that we're getting. That feel. It's that stuff. It's not just putting the stuff in, but how it makes the customer feel. You know, so that you got to be right on with that. So tell me, Dom, are you, you know, even though it's behind the wall, no one's going to see it. Are your pipes level and plumb, or did you just?
Yeah, to be honest, I know people don't see it, but then it's the quality of work that's in you, and if you know everything's right, then to you pass it on in yourself to the customer, because you know your satisfaction's passed on to them, and when you feel great about a job, I know they pick up on that. And going back to the level side of it, you know, that's the main thing they would see. If something ain't right, even a door, you know, they will pick it up. So just take pride in it and work from one side to the other, level, guaranteed, pipe work, finished, worktops, everything done properly.
There we go, man. That's the professionalism. That's that professional side of things. That's what, yep, I love hearing that, man. So let's get to it here. So you're doing that kind of work. How did you get from, you know, plumbing to inventing the fluctuator? What was there a moment when you said, I got an idea, or I got to solve this?
Yeah, the fluctuator is a flux applicator. I contested flux. I just didn't like flux. I'd get it on my fingers. I'd get it on my clothes. You know, I'd get it at the back of the walls. And it was just one of those things where I thought one day it's got to be something simpler. And it was basically a light bulb just went off, and I thought, an applicator, that's what we need. And from that, we worked on everything to bring the fluctuator forward. But that was my initial thought: something quick, something clean, something efficient, and something cost saving to the plumbers.
Dom, when I came across this, I was like, this is so cool. Like we got to find out, you know, who this guy is and see if he'll, you know, we can get his time and get you on Potty Talk Live, because I was looking for something like this. I was kind of a little bit of a neat freak. I was one of those plumbers that I was clean. My work area was clean. My truck was clean. My tools were clean. My hands were clean, even though, I mean, I would have gotten dirty, but they were clean after every job. And I love my bag. My bag was clean. I always had a work bag. I had a otter bag. And so I love the brushes, you know, I had all-in-one brushes and that kind of stuff. And I could, that stuff kind of clean. But with the solder, you know, you'd have the solder little tub, and I'd cut a hole in there, and the solder brush would get dirty. And then when we get the pipes dirty and all, it was like, it has to be something. I could never find anything. You know, so when I saw this with a fluctuator, I said, man, that's so cool. You know, so that's about it.
Yeah, no, thanks. I mean, it sort of delivers the right amount of flux. I mean, the plumber, you're in control of the product, but it does, whichever here is 15 or 22 mil, but is in the States, it's 1/2 inch, 3/4.
Right.
And it's applied by the bristles. And on the bottom, you've got a manageable click system. So you can use the amount of flux you like. Some people like a coating, some people like a bit heavier. But basically, you've got control of the flux. And with a 90-degree turn, you're covering 360 degrees of the pipe.
And that is great. And then you're not getting it all over your hands. You're not getting over your stuff, your bag, you know, and it's just able to keep that area clean. So so you came up with that idea, okay? So
yeah.
how did you take, you know, from being a plumber to having that idea, you know, how did you get it to market then? You know, what?
Right. Yeah. Well, it started off as an idea, so I drew it out on a bit of paper. And to be honest, it's a shame because I've got the first one that I actually made in my kitchen on the table. And it was a very crude looking thing, but it gave me the idea of what I wanted. So then we had to obviously get the drawings done, CAD drawings and the design. And we worked on the design with having multiple heads, so one on the right or one on the left, or, you know, all different designs. And what we come up with was the one unit, but initially it was a 15 or a 22 mil. So listening to the plumbers, i.e. cost effectiveness and having to buy two, it's now a dual head, so that does both. But going back to the product, we had the CAD drawings done, you know, right the way through the sizing, testing the plastic, and then eventually we had to have a working prototype made. And me being me, it was a lot of money and I didn't like it, so we had to have another one done.
Right.
But I wanted it right. I wanted it right for the fellow plumbers. You know, I love quality tools. I like to have something of quality in my hand. And now I feel at the final sort of production and going to market of it, it's actually a tool that everybody loves. So obviously you go from there, you go to manufacture. So it's manufactured, and then the refill on the bottom is separate. So you can actually buy the refill after you've used the one that comes in the packet, which is all recyclable. And it comes in two parts. So when I actually got it right, they manufacture, they're filled with the flux, and then obviously they're bagged up, which I've changed the bags as well because I'm trying to be eco-friendly. So we changed all the bagging so it looks a lot better. And basically it's a long, long haul. It's took a few years, but now we are out on the market and we are actually selling the product.
That is so cool. So guys, if you listen up there, so you're going from working on the job, and then you don't have a manufacturing background, do you, Dom? Did you have that kind of?
No, I don't. I mean, it's funny going back to other things. I've always liked engines and things like that, so I was always having my hands in things like that. So that side of it did help me. But, you know, I had to get other people involved, i.e. the people that done the drawings and the people that, you know, do the CAD so they're exactly right. So, yeah, a lot of input from myself, but then obviously you have to take it further to certain companies that can help you out.
So how did you find those kind of companies? I mean, you didn't have those relationships, or maybe you know, heard of somebody? Did you call? I mean, I'm trying to paint a picture for you guys. Just didn't know everything, but you figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, the internet is very good for sourcing this sort of people. And we initially started off because obviously I went to see a solicitor regarding patents. And then when I spoke to him, he told me about a company, obviously, that can create the product in a drawing. And then through them, they've actually got a secondary company, which is in China. So they deal with the manufacturing side of it. Right. I mean, I'm involved in every side of it, but things get took out of my hands, but I'm always watching and always taking a note and sort of learning, basically. I mean, it is hard, but there is groups out there and there is people out there. And I've said to fellow inventors, you know, if you need help, I'll always help. I'm always there to help.
All right, man. Well, that's the point I wanted to make. I hear guys, you know, all the time, they have great ideas. And there's guys watching right now that, you know, you're in the field, you're working on this stuff, and you know how it could make the job easier. And why not you? Why not you come up with it, the idea? You know, why not, you know, work on it and, you know, do the work, kind of see it through. And you don't have to have all the answers starting out. That's what I'm hearing, Don, that you hear you saying that you didn't have all the answers. You went and checked, okay, I want to get a patent. You know, you mechanically, we all kind of have that mechanical skill. So you kind of put some things together. In fact, there's a cool video I want to make sure the guys see, and we're going to find out how we make sure we can get a hold of you or get the product. But there's a cool video for you guys on YouTube. If you type in a fluctuator, that you can find the YouTube, which tells the story and actually shows. I believe it shows your prototype. Which looks a little different than what you have now.
Yeah, it was very crude, but the initial idea was there, and it's from that you just keep working with different people, and obviously you still have a big input yourself because eyeglasses are my baby, so you want to get your product right for everybody else. So the input's there from me, like everybody else will put into it, but it sort of goes in stages, and there is help out there. And as I said, anybody that has got any ideas or wants to know how to get a product to market, I'm on the end of the phone. You email me. I'm always willing to help.
All right, brother. Man, we appreciate that. Well, so on that, just on a question, I know we'll get asked, or I was thinking about it because I would use it. I would get it. When you mentioned the cartridges, fill it with your own flux, or do you need to purchase the particular cartridge to go with it?
Right. The cartridge comes pre-filled with a flux. Now,
okay.
I'll just give you a little background on the flux. It's called Copalux, which is a self-cleaning flux, but it's non-acidic.
Okay.
It's a pH 7 of neutral. So in your water system, it's absolutely fine. You can use it on potable water and you can use it on gas. Now, the big thing with the flux is what people are saying is it's only a smear, like a light coating, and they're using less solder. So via Twitter and LinkedIn, there's some plumbers on there that show their soldered joints after. And to me, it looks like they've been glued together. It is unbelievable work. But, I'm not saying you couldn't fill it with the flux of your choice. But on that side, the only thing that we haven't tested is the plastic with other fluxes. So, I'm not saying you can't do that. But I feel if you try the flux that's in it, and it's a very, very good flux, people are saying it is a good flux. I've always used this one, I've used that one. But people find it great.
Well, there we go. In fact, the team just brought up here, the crew just brought up your video here.
Oh, yeah, look at it.
There we go. And you showing it there, but you can check that out. Guys, if you go to, YouTube, of course, and then type in fluctuator, FLUXAT. There we go. All right. So
FLUXUATOR.
There we go. All right.
There you go.
We'll put the link in. We'll get that link in. All right.
Terrific.
The crew's laughing at me over here. I'm a plumber, man.
Yeah. Great.
You can spell. I can't. So, but it's really good, guys. Check this out here. So with that, on talking about it, then about getting the with the cartridges, I imagine that's easy to get too. You can buy probably packs of cartridges or that kind of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, when you initially buy the product, you get the head unit and you get one cartridge. Now, another little quick thing, it's 75 grams, but out of that, you get over 500 applications. Well, actually an average of 500 applications, but it's, you get to use every bit. I mean, I used to waste most of it, either scooping it out of the pot because I got debris in it,
exactly.
Or some pots, you can't even get the brush in the bottom, or, so it is very, very cost effective and you use every bit of flux in the tube.
There we go. Exactly. So how can let's get to it then. So how can we get it? Where's it available?
Right. Well, at the moment, we are selling to the States and people buy them through our website. Obviously, there's a bit of postage to go on there, but that's our route to the States at the moment. But I mean, if there's any distributors out there listening, the same thing. I'm, asking if there's any distributors or any people that like to stock the product. I mean, they can always get in touch with us, and we can actually get it out to the States because now with it, England, we're starting to break into Europe. But if we could get someone in America to take it, then hopefully you'd be able to buy it from like north, south, east, and west. But I mean, our website, which is www.fluctuator. Let me just check. Is it .com? Yeah, .com. You can go on there. You can buy it there, put it in your basket, pay for it, and obviously it's shipped next day. But we are selling them to the States. But we are looking for people to help us on that side of the water.
All right. Well, there we go. We got that link up there. It's up there now. We'll have it up there. And it's also pinned in the comments, so it's there for everybody. And this will be out on, for the replays and all that. So we'll have this out there. I would have used this. I would get it. In fact, I got the lovely Laura and I are always looking at additional revenue streams. Okay.
Yep. Well, bring it on,
now,
brother. Bring it on.
I now have a mate in UK here that have no one else is not being represented in the States here. You know,
Okay, yeah.
we may have to do some looking at this here
Well,
because
I mean, yeah, no, listen, I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah, but the other issue with the product is, I mean, I'm just going to show you. I don't know if you're about to see this on camera, but we actually won the H&V News Award Plumbing Product of the Year in the UK, which is one of the best awards to win. And we released the product last August, and we won this. I think it was May.
oh man, cool. So can we see that award again? Can you?
Yeah, 1 second. I'll let you have a look. Hold on.
Okay. Oh man, very cool. Oh, man, guys, here's a brother. We got a brother out there. It's been it's made us all look good, not only just in his professional plumbing, but you know, with creating this this new tool and man, it's just cool stuff there. So, well, so let's talk about
Yep.
what kind of price point. That's
Right. Okay. Well, the price point, UK price point, it's £12.95 plus the VAT, which works out $15.54, I think it is. But on the dollar price, it's about $21.
Yeah.
So you know, it's not an expensive tool, and once you have got the whole tool, it's just a case of buying the refills, which retail UK price £9.95. So I suppose that would be somewhere around about, off the top of my head, $15, $16, something like that.
Yep. Oh man, that's very affordable. You know, just for the cleanliness and quickness. And I like that. You know, even for tighter spots, like you're in, you know, like you know, when you're lying inside a wall or crevice or that kind of up, you know, and you have that little brush applicator on the back that you can pull out and get the stuff. So
Well, when I started the product, I listened to my fellow plumbers, and everyone said I'd still like to have a brush, so I incorporated the brush into the back of the unit. Yep. And also, some people did ask, I do inside the fitting, so you just load the front of the head up, rub the brush around it, and then you can do inside your fittings. Now, me personally, I've never done inside the fittings, but the option is there for everybody, so you've still got your original sort of brush for somewhere that you couldn't get the product.
Oh man. And great, great story, fun story, great product. Hey guys, we'll have this up. You check it out and get it. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's just one of those, I just one of those things everyone should have in their bag. It's a lot cleaner. It looks professional. Anytime you're doing that kind of stuff, it makes you look more professional when your customers see you. That kind of a thing. And of course, anything that helps you just keep your area clean and keep yourself clean and keep the job clean.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff. And it's one of our own brothers. This isn't just some big company that came up with an idea that's trying to feed us, make some money off us plumbers. This is one of our own guys. All right. So let's support this and check this product out. So, man, I love it. Dom, this has been great. Thank you so much for being part of Potty Talk Live here. Hey, but before I let you go here, you got to know one of the questions we ask, everyone that's on. So, hey, what's the best advice that you've ever been given?
To be honest, my best advice I ever was given was live life to the full. And for that reason, when I suffered my heart attack when I was 47 years old, that's when it hit home to me. Get out, enjoy life, do whatever you want to do, and always believe in yourself. And listen, people go, oh, a plumber here, a plumber there. Listen, plumbers, they're great people, expert people. And me personally, if I can only help a quarter of the plumbers in the world with my product, then I've done myself proud, to be honest.
Oh, I love it, Dom. And it is a great, thank you again for making us all look so good, from one plumber to another. And, thank you for taking the risk of, creating this product. And guys, check it out. If I was still in the field, I definitely would have this in my bag. And I believe you should too. So that's the $1 Million Plumber. That's your big brother talking at you. Check this out. And it also supports one of our own. So check it out. You can go to fluctuator.com, right?
Yep, that's it.
And then we'll have the link here on our program notes and on the video here as well. And so you guys can check it out there. So, hey, Dom, it's been great having you on. Love the story and love you, mate. If I can say that from one guy to another.
Yeah. Right. Yes, that's sweet, mate. That's sweet.
I think it's so cool. And thanks for taking your time. I know you're busy, and taking your time for being on Potty Talk Live, and I look forward to talking with you again soon. All right.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and listen, thanks, and well, hello to everyone that's listening, and thank you very much.
All right, brother. There we go. All right, thanks.
Right, speak soon.
All right, there we have Dom Fowles, plumber and inventor of the fluctuator. All right, from Chelmsford, Essex, UK. A cool cat, sweetheart. I loved that. We'll have to check that. Yeah, it was very fun. I think we got to do some consideration there. You hear that? It's not represented here in the States. I'm sniffing opportunity. All right, I'm sniffing opportunity. Because I'd have that. That's a cool thing. All right. You guys should check that out. And I listen to you guys. I hear you guys talking, and even in the, on the sites and stuff, you guys have these ideas, and, that's inside of you. So here we have one of our own that, look, figured it out. You heard it took us some time. You got to go through the paces. But what can you have? What's in you? What do you have that could make all of our jobs easier? All right. And help make us all look good. I know something's in you. All right. So do it. Yeah, that's right. The lovely Laura says, do it. Do it. All right. So check that out. Fluctuator.com. Okay. Also, want to get you my free report. Be sure to do that. It's free. If you're looking to do your own thing. All right. And these things you got to know. 7 must knows. It's free. Type FREE in the comments. Also, sweetheart, we opened up some spots. We got some coaching spots. In fact, especially since the lovely Laura's here, if you're couples, but we coach even, I got my guys, we had coaching earlier, and, tomorrow's a big coaching day for me here. I love talking with the guys. And so when I say coaching, what we're doing, hey, if you're still in the truck, like your guy, you got in, okay, you got in the ring, you're doing it, but you're a great plumber, but you just don't have the business side down. That's not unique. It's not you. It's just you weren't trained that way. You weren't taught these kinds of things. All right, but you gotta have these kinds of things, or you're gonna also crash and burn. 95% of all plumbing companies that start fail within the first 3 years alone. Not because they're not good plumbers. It's just they don't have the business side down. All right, so. Business. It's about the business. All right. So, we coach you up on that. So, especially when I'm saying that, we love also, you got husbands and wives are working together. I know you're out there. We got a few that we're coaching, and we love to coach more of you, because that's a neat dynamic there. So not only, husbands and wives, it helps you grow that business together, but you also being husband and wife and working through all that, it can be a little crazy. All right. So we work with all the numbers, the business side of things, and also, and it seems like sometimes we become marriage counselors, which is cool, because we love husbands and wives. All right. We love the idea of plumbing families. All right. Building their own kingdom. So, hey, we want to talk with you. If you want to get out of the truck, you guy that's in the truck, or a gal that's in the truck, there's a couple there in the UK where it's the guy in the truck who wasn't, I don't think he's in the truck anymore. He's on the jobs. And she was she started the business, and they're doing great. All right. Like 70 trucks or whatever. I mean, they're big. They're all over the news. So if you're looking to do that and you want to build your plumbing kingdom, we'd like to help you. All right. And so we'd like to have a conversation. Simply go to www.themilliondollarplumber.com/coach, and we'll schedule your conversation. You'll actually have a talk with Laura and I, and we'll see if that's up for you. So I think it's about time to wrap up this Potty Talk Live episode. Is it, guys? All right, about time. Hey, but before I let you go, as always, I want to remind you that you were purposefully and wonderfully created, and you were created to do great things. All right, just like Dom here. All right, you were created to do great things. It's in you. But while you're out there doing your thing, as always, plumb like a champion.